Hey, Oboes, welcome back. Today's an exciting day because we're going to be working on your first notes page. There are 5 different notes on this page, and you're going to need to begin to memorize the fingerings for those notes and how to set your fingers when you see them in the music. So let me begin by explaining a little bit about what you're seeing over on the side of the page. So this is a fingering chart for your instrument. So this is what it looks like if you were looking at it from the front of the instrument. So not as you're looking at it from behind. So we kind of have to imagine that we're looking at it in a mirror to some extent to read this. So the first note we're going to play is your 4th space C. And C is fingered with, you'll see the circles that are colored in that are dark. That means that we're going to put our finger down for that note. So we're going to put down the first finger, and then we're going to put down the 4th finger. That little line that runs right across there in the middle, that's showing you the break from your left hand fingers to your right hand fingers. So that's kind of like the dividing point, the halfway point in the instrument. So I'm going to put down one first finger and my 4th finger, which is down here. So 1, 4. And you will notice that over here on the side, it gives me those numbers. So C is 1 and 4. So this is just a different way of saying the same thing. 1 and 4, or showing you the picture. Okay, so set your fingers for that. The rest of your fingers are just going to be hovering over the top of the keys. I don't want to press any of them down because that will change my note. But I don't want them flying away like this, okay? So waving at people is nice, but it's not nice to wave when you play your instrument. So keep them very close. Here's what C sounds like. Can you give that a try for me? And we're going to be doing this in whole notes. So 4 counts here, 4 beats in a measure. And notice that your air is going fast, steady air, all the way till we get to the downbeat of count 1 in the next measure. So this will be tap, tap, count with me, go. 1, off, 2, and breathe. 1, etc. till the end of the line. Now, the way we like to do this in class is called I play, you play. So I'm going to play the C in the first measure, and then while I am resting, I want you to play the C. Then we can go back and do it and play it together. All right, sit tall. My turn. 1 and 4, C. How'd you do? If you need to, go back and play that again until you feel comfortable with it. Now let's go back to the beginning of line 1, and I want you to play it with me. Sit tall, 1, 4, C. And tap, tap, and breathe. Fast, steady air. Check your fingers. Breathe. So that is your very first note on the first notes page, C. Let's go down. So now we're going to play the note B flat. So you're going to notice right here, this looks a little different. This is B, so it is your middle space, 3rd line B, but it has this funny looking line stem with half a heart attached to it and right in front of the note. And that is the symbol for it, meaning that we're going to lower the B, play it lower than a regular B. So it's B lowered or B flat. And so when we need that note, the publisher here has put the flat sign in front of the note to let us know that we're going to play this note right here, B flat. And it is 1, 2, and 4. Here's the picture of what it's going to look like. So I'm going to put my instrument up here in fingering position. And I've got 1, 2, and then 4 down on the bottom hand. And so this is what just my fingers look like. But remember, these fingers have to be up here. They're going to be hovering. Even though I'm not using them, I don't want to tuck them under the instrument because that's going to cause problems later on. So always hover with those. Here we go. B flat, 1, 2, 4. Here's the Met. And tap, tap, and breathe. B flat. Your next note going down the page is going to be A. A is just the first and the second finger. So we're here at B flat with the fourth finger. We would just lift the fourth finger and we have 1 and 2 for the A. Sorry. Here we go. Second space A. And tap, tap, breathe. Always make sure at the end of the line that you pause before taking the instrument out of your mouth. We don't want to get in the habit of moving very quickly at the end of things. We always stop at the end before we lower our instrument. Okay, your next note is G. This is 1, 2, 3. This is a little confusing the way it's written, so I want to make sure that you understand what it says. It says 1-3, so that means 1, 2, and 3. 1 through 3. So, and you can see from the picture here that we are doing first, second, and third fingers here. Here is second line G. 1, 2, 3. So when I'm setting my fingers for the G, notice my fingers are curved up here. And this space right here, this is kind of an unnatural space. So we kind of have to spread this down to hit that third finger. So just be aware of that. We want to make sure that we're fully covering the hole in the center of the key there. So pull down. G, 1, 2, 3. Okay, last note of our first 5 notes is going to be F. Now, this note is a little more complicated than some of the others, so we need to pay attention to this F. Notice the fingering here says that it's 1-5, so that means it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to use the right F key. The F key is the one that's right here just below your middle finger that looks like a banana. So not this one, but this one right here. So these two fingers are going to be very close together. They're going to be neighbors when you play this note. Okay, so let's do that again as you're fingering and looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the F key, the banana key. And here's our Met. And tap, 2, and breathe. Now, so those are your first 5 notes. I want you to go back to the beginning of this video and play it several times, and you need to play it daily. So until you are very comfortable with these notes, playing them in succession as we just did, playing all of that, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Make sure that you are note naming. Make sure that you are looking at the fingerings and are comfortable with exactly what you're going to do with those fingers before you go on to the next parts of this page. Do it as many times as you need to, and I'll see you next time.